Hey everybody, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody can hear me. Sorry, dang it, I'm late again. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, I can make up for it someday. Let's see. So, hope everybody's having a good day. I actually just got back from meeting up with Tito. So I just want to, just met up with Tito real quick. And he gave me his pick, the pick that he did. He gave me, he gifted me a bottle of the pick he did of Old Elk. So I will probably be popping that. That'll probably be what I pop tonight on the stream. It is a Mr. K's Liquor. It's the very first barrel pick that Mr. K's Liquor did. And Tito was involved in picking this bottle. It's a 6-year straight wheat. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. Excuse me, a little acidy stomach today. So I'm trying to figure out what to drink, what not to drink, and hopefully. All right, so I don't have to clean some glasses. So let's see. Whiskey Nose, hey, what's going on there, Marty? Kilko, good to see you. Brian, thank you. Mike Franklin, Jerry Black, Jeeper, hey, what's going on, Jeeper? Let's see. Samurai, good to see you, sir. Saw your video. Thank you for doing that. I know I'm behind. Okay, great. I know I'm behind. What's happening? I know I'm behind when it comes to my my video for is it locking up on it? Is it locking up, or is it just me on this end that I'm getting it locked up? I'll have to hold on. I'll have to bring up YouTube on something over here so I can keep an eye on it. So YouTube on. Hold on. Over here so I can keep an eye on it. Okay, there you go. All right. So we get back to what I was doing. Chris Tats, hey, what's going on? Mr. Willett O'Neill, nice to see you, my friend. Sugar Kitty, how you doing? 60 people already. That's cool. I guess you didn't. That you might have missed me a little bit. It's been a long week, and I'm very sorry that I had my schedule from my schedule has been a little weird. You don't need to see this much. There you go. Make it a little bit better. Bam. There you go. So yeah, schedule was a little weird these last couple of weeks. They had me working till 9:00 at night, so that's why the Wednesday things, the Shits and Stall took over, and I appreciate them doing that. It looked like more people were having more fun with Shits and Stall, so I guess it wasn't a bad thing for me not being around, but that's cool. No big deal. So I'm back. I'm supposed to be back to my normal schedule next week. We'll see. I believe, like I told him, I believe it when I see it. What is that? Is that like a? I don't see. Oh, there it is. I was trying to figure out what that white spot was. I must have rubbed something on there. Yeah, we need to Jeeper. We definitely need to have a talk. I haven't been on Instagram in a long time. The new job, the schedule. Sometimes is supposed to be till like 10-hour day. Take me to like 3:30, so I should be able to be on at 5 on my regular Instagram thing, but then I end up being at work until 5 or 6, and then all kinds of different little things going on. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to get back to something normal, at least semi-normal. So hopefully soon I'll be back on Instagram a little bit more. I miss all y'all over there, and thank you for coming over to YouTube and checking it out and watching. I know I haven't pinned it yet. I got to pin it in the chat. I usually have it already pinned. So I usually have it already pinned in the chat for people to come on with me live. I know as soon as I put it up there, Marty's ready to jump on because Marty's always ready to jump on live. Um, seriously, Jeeper, I do 2 shows Wednesday night after Mash and Drum, and then pregame Hot Buttery Rolls. Other than that, I haven't been doing a whole lot other on YouTube. I'm working. I got to work on some videos. Because the lives, I mean, I got a sponsor now. I need to do some like real videos too, and start pumping the sponsor and stuff. And I'm working on another one right now. My brother has a sponsor for his motorcycle stuff, and I'm getting involved with him, trying to see if possibly I might be able to get one of his sponsors to do some whiskey stuff with me. So hopefully, if that works out, then that'll be a national sponsor thing, like a larger company that my brother's working with right now. Busy weekend this weekend. Tomorrow I have, I need. Okay, so Dirtbag hat. If you go to dirtbagclothing.com and you go ahead and I believe I'll have to check to make sure that's right. I thought I put the link in my bio again. I may not have. Please, somebody, if you check it out here on the Mashbill page on the About section and see if my affiliate link is there. If not, at the top, it's if you look at the top, it's in red. Oh man, if you can see it, then it's that's my affiliate link. You can go on there, and if you want to buy a hat from Dirtbag and you use my affiliate link, I'll get a little bit back to me. Let me see. Let me check my banners real quick. Sorry, I'm still a little bit behind. Just getting used to being back on doing all this again. Let's see. All right, here you go. Yeah. So here we go. So they're Dirtbag Clothing. You use that affiliate link, and it'll be my affiliate, and I'll get a percentage, a few dollars here and there if people buy stuff. Go check it out. It's a lifestyle brand. People see me wear the hats, the shirts, and everything else. Just go ahead and check it out. Hello, Mike Stahl. How are you today? I hope you're doing great. But thanks for reaching out earlier to make sure I was going to go live. Let me get this up there so that we can go ahead and people can jump on. And here we go. It is now pinned. So we are now pinned. So you hit that, jump on, come talk to me for a little bit before Chris goes on. Speaking of Hot Buttery Rolls, boy, he's been doing some late night work lately, huh? Someone was telling me that y'all did a behind the scenes StreamYard thing. I guess I must have been working and didn't get the link or whatever the deal was, and then Chris jumped in. You know, I saw him last night on a few things, and when I Cheech's thing. I mean, he's been on a lot of stuff this week, and it's really cool. It's really cool to see him back in the game with other channels and stuff. So now that I'm settled down, now that I'm getting there, one more naps here too? Hold on a second. Hey, One Mo Cast, what's going on, buddy? Okay, so yeah, it's pinned in there. Anybody that wants to go ahead and jump on, go ahead and jump on. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so Samurai, okay. So you're the family. Okay, cool. You know what? If you're able to come on before 7 Marty, cool. I just figured that like you're the king of live right now. So, I mean, so I thought maybe you were like itching to jump on. So made sure I wanted to get that up there so you have that option. But let's see. Bourbon, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I haven't seen any of that stuff. Tito was telling me about it when I met up with him today. I don't know if Tito got in touch with you, but right now he went and he did ask about the OCs, and he's out right now. But now it's in his ear, so if anything comes across, Tito will get notified so he can get in touch with you. Top Shelf Dustin, hey, how's it going? See. Burbank. So Bourbon is on fire tonight. All right. So there's nothing really to update from the other night other than, we discussed it. I was in a better mood by the end of it, and let's just go with that. I am not going to dwell on any of my other stuff. I'm going to talk to some people that maybe can give me some focus on some other things that are going on at work that you don't need to hear that crap anymore. It's time to get back to Stan and stop worrying about him being a little bitch. So it's time to talk some whiskey. So let's see. Recently, I got Elijah Craig single batch rye or straight rye. I'm sorry, from JD Bourbon Approach. I've had a couple drams of it and not as impressed as I thought I would be because how much I love Elijah Craig and how much I'm in the rye mode lately. But I'm gonna try it again because it's been a few days and now it's a little bit farther down and see if anything's changed. But people were telling me that, Bobby and other people have been telling me that people want to know what I think. I don't think you guys do. I think you guys think I'm full of shit as much as anybody else. But guess what? Screw it. Let's do it. It smells great. It's freaking Elijah. It's Elijah Craig. I don't think there's a bad freaking smell when it comes to Elijah Craig, but not super like smacky in the face rye or anything. Let's see. Wow. Hey, wait a sec. Jeeper, are you still in Kentucky right now? Because I know you were there last week. I know that someone that looked like you was in Kentucky last week. Yeah, I know I was called out by Ken, Scotch Down Under. And I know this. And I know I haven't decided that bottle for sure, but I do want to know. Let me get Marty on here while he can be on here. Hey, Marty.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Not a whole lot. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm out with the family tonight, and I said, hey, everybody want to jump on with Nashville, and they all jumped all over it. So I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can see the crew here.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, I took a candy shot. So anyway,
very good.
But yeah, yes. Man. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me flip this around. Get back to you here. What do you get? But anyway, yeah, man, we're having a big time down here in Chattanooga. Couldn't wait for you to come on live, dude. It's awesome. You do a great job.
I appreciate that, Marty. I know I've been kind of a downer to everybody for the last couple of weeks, and it's time to get back on the horse. So.
You've not been down, man. Everybody just cares about you and wants to make sure you're okay and everything's going well. So we're just happy for you, buddy.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that.
Pop off. I'll holler at you later, okay?
All right, thanks for coming on. So that's cool that he took time away from his family and stuff to say something to me. I appreciate that, Marty. If you're not subscribed to Whiskey Knows, make sure you are. You go check him out. Click the like. Make sure you go when you're watching his videos. Click the like button. Interact. Any interaction, just say even an emoji, a thumbs up as a comment. It's interaction, and it makes it big. It makes a difference. Bourbon Neophytes in the house now. Good to Anthony. If you want to jump, if you decide you want to jump on at any point in time, you can click the links at the top. And Stall or Willett or even Jeeper or anybody else that wants to jump on, just go ahead and jump on if you want. So let's go. I mean, it's not. It's definitely not as what's the word I'm looking for? It's not ripping my nose hairs out with the alcohol smell as like it did the other day. It's not real. I'm sorry to say, guys, I'm not. You know how much I like freaking The Rise and how much I like freaking Elijah Craig, but I'm not really impressed by it. So, oh yeah, bottle chugging last night, huh? Yeah. When I left, everybody's pretty toasty. I guess you guys were up for a little bit longer after I went to sleep, but well, man, I was looking forward to that too. Just didn't impress me. Wasn't that great? Yeah. So, so what's everybody else drinking? I'm not going to drink too much. Still, like I was talking about the other night when they were talking me on the stream on Livewire, that I wasn't drinking a whole lot because I've been having a little acid reflux and some other things that happened earlier in the week that I just kind of pacing myself. I got pretty sloshed last weekend and stuff after all that other stuff with the car and everything else. But that's all taken care. That's all getting taken care of. Everything's all right for my car getting back to me soon. I got the rental, so yeah. But you survive. So the latest and greatest is I told you all about that Fister pick that I was waiting to go pick up after I ordered it. So I met up with Tito today at El Cerrito and got picked up the Fister high rye bourbon. Put it in front of your face. There you go. In front of your face now. Oh, there you go. That's a tater. And then I was trying to decide between roulette rye or Nashville barrel small batch rye. Batch 2? Tito was with me. He says, you grab the Nashville, I'll grab the roulette, and then we'll just swap samples next time we meet up. So that's cool. And then, like I said, I got the pick that Tito did, the old elk pick that Tito did. So, and that's what I'll probably open up here pretty quick, get it opened and get it going. So let's see, Foxy Bottle. Hey, that was good, Sugar Kitty. So, like I said, what's everybody drinking? Let's see. Oh, it's top chat. That's why I need to get the live chat. I'm sure there's a whole bunch more there. Yeah, none. So 4 a.m. Yeah. And then it's good to see that Chris is jumping on a lot more live streams and hanging out and stuff like that. That's cool. Now we just got to get Matt and Trev to come hang out a little bit more like they used to. And then it'd be cool. Get it going. So this is a 6-year straight wheat Mr. K's liquor. It's their very first pick, period. First bottle pick they've ever done. And Tito was in on it. So, I'm sorry, was that an old elk bottle pop? That didn't sound like one. That's better. I'd say America, but yeah, whatever. That's for Matt to take and do. All right. That's interesting. It's not like the other weeder I have. It's got like a, I'm not saying grassy, but like a, this is going to sound stupid. I know people are going to make fun of me, but for some reason I smell, do you know what a flower stem, like a sunflower, the stem has a specific smell compared to the flower? It's not grassy, but it's not floral. It's like kind of like it's got this weird, it kind of has a, what is that? I'm trying to think what that smell is. I know I've smelled it and I'm trying to think what the word is. I don't want to say wet towel, a wet, messy towel, because it's more leans more towards, like I said, like a flower stem smell from like a sunflower. I grew up around a lot of like sunflowers and stuff like that. And I forgot to give you the rest of the details. So this is a 100, it's 116 proof. It doesn't really burn on the nose. It smells good. It's got a sweetness to it too. Like, it's a weeder, so it's going to be a little, it's just a weird that it's got like a funk to it. That's just, it's a different. No. It's not rubbery. I'll eventually come up with a smell and I'll do a real review of this at some point in time. But let me try this. Well, it's 116 proof, I'll tell you that much. It's a little hot, not super hot, but you can tell that you can tell there's some proof to it. But it's not, it's like a quick burn. It like hits, and then as soon as you imbibe and you swallow, it like the burn almost goes away within like a couple seconds. Wow, I'm trying to think of what the taste is, what the actual. It's like red. I mean, it has like a. The sweetness is more like syrupy sweet, like corn syrup sweet. That sounds. If anybody understands what that means, if anybody knows what Caro is, there's a sweetness. There's a sweetness, not overly sweet, not crazy sweet, but it's not art. It's almost artificial. I mean, it tastes good. It's got a little bit of, I want to say almost like, not maraschino cherry. I'm trying to think. Okay, has anybody ever had the freaking bourbon soaked cherries? Like the syrup from that, where it's like you can tell there's bourbon there, and the bourbon smacks you. Like a good Traverse City cherry, where it's got like that thing's freaking been sitting in some bourbon, but the sweet, this isn't really cloying, but it's there. It's kind of like that same kind of thing. The sweetness is there, like really really light, but the taste is almost I'm not gonna say cough syrupy, but kind of like cherry cough syrup. But I like it. I don't know. But this is the neck pour, so this is something that's got to open up too. Mr. Whiskey Shits, I'm drinking the Weeder, the Tito's Old Elk Pick from Mr. K's. I met up with Tito a little while ago. That's why I actually ended up being a little bit late. Met up with him to go pick up some stuff that I had already purchased before. And then a pick, a JJ Pfister pick, high rye bourbon. And then I picked up a Nashville Barrel while I was there, rye. And Tito, I went there actually to get the bottle. And then me and Tito were going to exchange samples on. We each got a bottle of rye because I was going to buy both bottles. And he's like, look, I'll buy one, you buy one, we'll exchange samples. And then, so that's what we're doing. I bought one bottle of Nashville Barrel Rye. He bought a bottle of Roulette. And then we're just going to exchange samples. But right now I'm tasting basically the neck pour out of the Old Elk. I like that. I get red currants. Yeah, like Jeeper. It's like it's a store pick and everything else, but like the Weeder, it has that. Okay, when you were a kid and you were given coughs like cherry cough syrup, there was like cherry cough syrup you ran away from and tried not to take, like the like super nasty, maybe chloroseptic-ish type, and then you always had that one that was the right one, the Dimetap or whatever it would be, that had the perfect cherry flavor that you were going to go ahead. You had medicine. It was medicine-y, but it tasted good enough that you didn't run away from it. You sometimes would even act like you had a cough to see if your mom would give it to you. That's what this is. It's got a cough syrup, but it's not a bad cough syrup taste. It's a good cough syrup taste, kind of a good cough syrup taste. And like he said red currants. Yeah, I could see that. Like I said, I'm a little towards the cherry red fruit type situation. Syrup from canned peaches. Yeah, I don't know about that part. The canned peaches. I wouldn't know because I don't eat canned peaches. I never have. I had it when I was a kid and I really disliked it. And I've never had it again since. Yeah. It's a good pick. And like I said, it's just the first neck. It's the neck pour. So I'm sure within a few days, it's going to probably open up a little bit and be really, really good. Yeah. Good call, Jeeper. That's what it is. It's a tart. There's a tartness to it. I think that's where maybe it leans a little bit more towards the, like not Rainier cherry flavor, but something like heading towards that way. But let's see. Cod, no, not cod liver oil. You say that's sickening. But let's see. Let me go ahead and clean out this glass again and let's see what time is it, because I want to make sure I don't want to get. I'm not going to get hammered tonight, and I don't want to not pour anything, but just got to pace myself because it's been a little bit over a week since I really had anything to drink, and if I get too far into it, I don't want. I got I'm doing something for my brother tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I'm ready to go. I'm actually, for the first time in a while since COVID started, I'm actually doing it's free because I'm doing it for my brother, but I'm doing a photo shoot and video deal for Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. My brother runs the Inland Empire chapter of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, and if you don't know anything about that, what it is that it's people that are I don't know what the exact rules are. I know they're older motorcycles, or they're motorcycles that are like cafe racers, older Harleys. Basically, they go back. They kind of like go back to the old days where dapper, you dress dapper. So like my brother was wearing like the old school type suit with the old like a bow tie, and then the freaking when he's off his motorcycle he's got the cap and all that stuff like that. And then when he's riding his motorcycle he has his he rides a Royal Enfield when he does this ride, and so he's got like one of them old school bikes. So he rides his Royal Enfield, and then he has a helmet with a set of the old school goggles and the whole 9 yards. And so he's done it for a couple years now. Last year was his first official one as the official Inland Empire chapter. I can't remember how many people he had last year, 50 or 60, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit more. This year it looks like it's going to be 100 tomorrow. Riders so I got to be up at 8 in the morning over to set up so that when we get everybody to the first spot and get all the riders checked in, that we can take like one big picture of everybody together before it starts, do some individual stuff, and then shoot some videos as they pull away, and then get ahead of them down to their first stop, which I scouted out today. And then I'm going to, do the whole standing in the middle of the road and let the bikes go by me type thing and do some videos. And the whole idea is that one of my brother's sponsors is Liquid Death. If anybody knows anything about Liquid Death, it's water. It's water in a can, sparkling or regular, but just plain ass water in a can. And the whole idea is that they raise money for ocean pollution. Against ocean pollution, removing plastic, trying to get rid of plastics and stuff, the tin can thing or whatever. But they put money into different charities that help to clean up the ocean from plastics and stuff like that. So my brother is sponsored by them. So we're like going to we got a bunch of these cans of Liquid Death and stuff. So we're going to try to take a picture of all the riders holding a can with the mascot and everything else, and then do the ride, and then do some stuff with that, and then finish off at a tavern up in Oak Glen, up in Apple Country over here, and have a little fun, have a few drinks, and there's gonna be a lot, live band, food, all that good stuff. So it'll be a good day. I'm just glad that I'm gonna be getting back into getting my good cameras out, and my RP and some of my other better lenses that I didn't, because of you guys, didn't have to sell off to try to survive. So I still have them, so I'll be able to get back in the swing of things and start getting back into maybe doing some photographs for some people and try to make a little bit on the side outside, so rather than hope that people buy merch from Dirtbags, so I can make a little bit extra so I can keep all the channel stuff going and actually expand it. And right now I'm working on what I want to do with the channel, put out some real videos, stuff like that. So I got to teach myself how to edit. I got to do all that stuff. So yeah, it adds to my schedule, but I need to keep busy, so I keep out of my head. So I guess nobody wants to come on with me because Marty jumped on and jumped back off, but it's been almost an hour and nobody else wants to hang out for a little bit with me, but I'll be okay. I know what. Whatever, dude. Give a shit. I do care, but I don't care. You guys are here. There's still freaking 18 people watching me bullshit. Yeah, I always think death and water. So yeah, and so And if anybody doesn't know about Liquid Death, you can just look up Joe Montaglia, the guy married to freaking what's her name, Sofia Vergara. The guy's married to Sofia Vergara. He does the Dungeons and Dragons thing on YouTube. Big Dungeons and Dragons guy. He was in Magic Mike. He's been in a bunch of freaking different movies and stuff like that. I'm trying to think, he did something recently where he was in just like a superhero thing, or he's going to be in one of the Marvel movies or whatever it is. But he is like one of the big. He's the guy that kind of Liquid Death kind of took off because he did this whole promotional thing where he sold his soul to Liquid Death, and it's, if you ever get to see the video, it's funny. It's go check it out. But let's see. Oh no, it's Alex Gruyere, our favorite cheese. I mean Gruyere, not Gruyere. Let's see. Hey, I found out the other night that I still don't like Weller Special Reserve. I hadn't opened a bottle in a really long time. The last bottle I have, I basically sampled most of it out and gave it to my cousin to finish off. And I had a couple bottles Special Reserve that I forgot that I had. And the other night, everybody was on Livewire. They were going to go ahead and drink some Special Reserve. So I thought, hey, I'll pop the bottle open. Maybe I've changed my mind on it. It was a neck pour, so I'll give it that. But nah, I'm not a fan. Let's see. The channel would do way better if the 4 people watching who haven't liked would like. Well, there you go. Push the old like button. My first real, okay, so I can't say I've never done real videos because I did the shout out videos, but those are one take. I just I go right through them. I write down little notes on a piece of paper, and I just almost read straight through them and talk about the people on the channels and give shout outs. I am doing one of those again. And one of the channels that's on that is called Whiskey Wimps. Couple guys. I mean, I'll names. I haven't watched them in a couple days. I just started watching about a week ago. But they got some good content. Go check them out. I want to say they're from near Central California, or I know the one guy is. I think the other guy's from out of state, but they travel and meet up and do their videos together and stuff like that. It's some interesting thing. They're called Whiskey Wimps. But they'll be in my next shout out video. If there's any channels that you haven't seen me shout out that you think I should shout out, please. I mean, obviously my next shout out video is going to include new channels that I'm involved in with or been on lives with, and like Whiskey Nose. I think I already have Whiskey Nose on on one of them already, I thought. But either way, Livewire, Whiskey Nose, Dustin, Top Shelf Dustin's channel, a lot of these other ones that I haven't had shouts for and stuff like that. Those are ones that I'm working on getting more familiar with. And I mean, I'm obviously familiar with Livewire Whiskey because, it's Stall and shits. So, but some other stuff, doing a review. I'm going to start doing a review of channels now. Like, people review whiskey, but everybody's doing the same review. I mean, not the exact same review per se, but in general, because someone did Nashville Barrel freaking Rye. There's 13 straight videos from different people doing Nashville Barrel straight rye. So I'm gonna pick random videos, random channels, of what I'm drinking now, my own personal review, but then matching it up against other reviews, and seeing how my quote unquote is to train my palate, how my palate matches up to other channels, other people that I trust their palates, and also to get maybe just get a little bit of info, a little bit of more knowledge about things that I don't know about. So that's in the works. I got to figure all the the lining up of the stars to get that going. But I am going to start the shout out videos again, and the video that I got called out for my one bottle. I'll try to get that out ASAP. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, everybody that I owe a bottle to, I am so sorry that I haven't got it out to you. I've got everything like put into place to go to be, and some of them were already packaged up, and then I literally purposely was taking last weekend? Well, when I got my car wrecked, so yeah, it'd be last weekend. That whole weekend was designed to drop off some bottles, come back home, and get everything done. Do labels on, go ahead and go on USPS.com and print out paper labels and tape everything and get everything paid for so that I could just drop it off on Monday morning. And life happened again for Stan. And it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse for letting you guys down. Believe me, it kills me that I've let people down again. After everything that everybody's done for me, I just basically I fell through. I fell through, and I know that if someone's upset with me, and I deserve it. So I do apologize, and I am going to get all that stuff out to you. And if you believe you deserve more than what I owe you, then you tell me what you think I should be giving you, because I haven't got it to you. The Davilars, I apologize. To Doug, Hall of Fame Doug, I apologize. Tito, I owe him a bottle, but I just happened to be going straight from work to El Cerrito, or else I would have given him the bottle today. Off the top of my head, I don't remember everybody I owe something to. Oh, Top Shelf Dustin and Sugar Kitty, or it's either Sugar Kitty or Sherry G. I owe swag bags to. They're actually packaged up. I just haven't gotten them out. Hopefully, I can get all that stuff figured out between tonight and tomorrow and get everything ready to go so that possibly Monday, they're saying I'll be off before 3:30, then I'll be able to get to the post office and drop them off till Monday. If not, I'll have to convince one of my nephews to maybe take all the stuff over to them and have them just drop everything off for me. I'll get it figured out. I promise. I swear to God, I will get these things to you. And I hope that everybody's okay with that and they're not too pissed off at me. Stanley, hey, Mike, Mike Stahl, go fuck yourself. But I love you. I actually I started doing something to keep myself occupied and not getting depressed over the past 4 or 5 weeks that I haven't told anybody. And that has been, I haven't recorded them yet because I'm still trying to work on it, work on my voice a little bit more. But I haven't learned, I still know how to play guitar. So I've just been doing a cappella versions of acoustic songs that I've been using some of the other mics I have and some other recording stuff that I have because for some reason music makes me happy. So, and keeps me from being depressed. So I've been working on singing some acapella acoustic, whatever you call it, versions of songs but now I'm trying to rewrite them. Trying to rewrite them as whiskey songs. But hey, what happened? You were there for a second there, Swami. Try again. It popped on and then he just popped right back off. But so that's something else I'm doing to try to occupy my time besides everything else. Let's try one more time. What's up, you ugly son of a bitch?
Hey, 1 second. It's my tripod, and I don't mean my dick. My tripod's fucking up. How you doing?
All right, I saw your pictures of your. I saw your pictures you posted on Instagram, and you know what? Your bike looks great.
Thank you. The only pictures I posted this week were me going to another level of subscribers, and just good news all around. It's been great. I've got the second largest motovlogging channel that's going to be a guest on my channel next month. I just booked Hunter Honda, who has 575,000 subscribers. And he's a fan of my show.
What's that? You got a fan of your show that's got like 500,000 subscribers?
More than 500,000. 575,000 subscribers.
Well, there you go.
And he's coming to do the show. So
cool. Yeah, I've noticed you've been having a lot of guests and stuff. So
they like the show. I don't censor people. I let them talk about whatever they want. I don't stop them from discussing shit, and they enjoy doing the lives. So it works out well. It was the same thing when I was doing it for the whiskey community too.
Yeah, but it's good. I mean, it's good that your new, not say hobby, but your new one of your loves, your other loves, other than when you were doing whiskey, when you actually liked whiskey and were drinking whiskey all the time and doing all this stuff on Whiskey Tube and stuff like that, that because of the health issues and everything else that you had to get away from that, to be able to convert that over to just your motorcycle stuff outside, and take your other channel and turn it into Two Wheels Down and still be able to grow.
Yeah.
Well, as much as I mean, but to be able to do what you take something that sorry to say, and you can even admit it, something that died when you got sick.
Yeah.
And then revive.
I lost 475 subscribers in less than 2 months. So yeah, it died out.
And died out, and then you hit it with the paddles and started Two Wheels Down, and now it's coming back. That's cool.
It's actually passed. I was my biggest moment. I was 1,500 when I was doing whiskey, and now I'm 1,600 and rising. So I'm actually 130 subscribers over what I was when I started. So I've regained all the subscribers I lost plus an extra 130 in the past 2.5 months. So it's loving it. It's working really well.
So
my ego is just getting boosted even larger now going into the motovlog community.
Can your ego really get any bigger?
Impossible. No, it can get bigger. The sky's the limit.
Okay. Well, according to the people in the chat or certain individuals, turn off. Hey, Mike, what do you mean by turn off top chat? It's on. I got live chat on right now.
The only comment I see is we know Swami's D doesn't hold anything.
Okay. Oh, that's because that's your boy. When you said about your tripod, and you weren't talking about your dick. Yeah, that's what he was talking about. The Swami's D doesn't hold anything.
I know Dustin.
Oh, I know you know Dustin. You guys love each other.
Oh, I love Dustin. No, it's so one good thing is like we're friends that we could actually rip on each other and it doesn't hurt each other's feelings. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from and what you're saying and stuff, but yeah, we've talked about that, people getting their feelings hurt before, so we don't really.
Yeah. You're doing great too, though, bro. I see you've gone over the 200, so congratulations.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably could have jumped on that and probably made it even more, but the last few weeks have been really super shitty again.
Well, are you doing content or are you just doing lives?
Well, right now I've just been doing lives, and then the content that I was doing with like the shout out videos, stuff like that hasn't happened in a while. Every time I try to get back into it, something else is going on with the new job where, oh, now I got to work till 9 at night. Then, now I'm not working on Saturday. Okay, cool. I leave at 9, getting ready to leave at 9 at night. Like last night, they told me at 5 o'clock I wasn't working today. And at 9 o'clock last night when I was getting ready to, 8 o'clock last night when I was getting ready to leave, they said, oh, hey, we need you back at 5.
Yeah, that's work, man. I'm starting
So-
back at work next week, so I'm gonna have to get used to that. I have a feeling I'm gonna be extremely lazy for about a month. So I haven't worked in close to 9 months was the last time I worked. So it's gonna be a weird feeling. They want me back at full time immediately. It's not even like, little transition. It's like, yeah, you got to come back and you got to be working 5 days a week right off the bat. And I was like, okay. So you get ready. And I'm like, all right.
But you're going back to serving though, right? You're not going back behind the bar.
No, I wanted to go back behind the bar, but we can't go back behind the bar because it's not open yet for the bar. So the restaurant interior is going to be open. The bar, they told me we're not allowed to open the bar till I think it's end of July. They're waiting until end of July before the bars, just to be on the safe side to keep it the dining only. They don't want people sitting at the bars and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just going to be service instead of bartending. But service, bartending, same shit. Only difference is, instead of serving drinks and serving food. I don't really care.
Yeah, they're Mr. Will O'Neill is saying that I definitely owe him, even though I don't believe I don't think do I owe you a bottle or something? Do I owe you anything at all? But he says definitely owe a bottle chug of Wild Turkey 101 Rye, which I don't have a problem except for the fact that I already bottle chugged the last time I drank the 101 Rye, and I hadn't got the new bottle out, and it's in one of the closets and stuff on a shelf somewhere. So,
are you streaming on two things or streaming only on YouTube?
Right now, I'm just doing YouTube, and what it is that okay. So
I'm getting delayed on the comments. It's like the comments are coming like after you say it, I get them like 30 to 40 seconds later. That's what
yeah. So right now, I have the StreamYard comments that are up on that I have on, and then what I did was I took the YouTube chat and did the pop out chat, and that's off to the side on the screen. So the YouTube chat's going faster than the StreamYard chat. So I see something on the StreamYard chat. You're seeing what's on the. I'm sorry. I see the YouTube chat, and you're looking at the StreamYard chat, I think.
Oh, cool.
So
other than that, though, are you enjoying your job? You having fun there, man?
I'll just say in general, yes. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Has been the kid. I can't call him a kid. He's like 30 something years old, but like 32 years old. But the kid that's the boss is he's very goal oriented, and he's very go. But he's never been he's been around maintenance departments as an engineer, but not in charge of a maintenance department. And I've been trying to tell him this stuff by myself about, hey, we need to focus on this. You're going on these weird tangents, trying to do 100 things when we need to focus on this one thing first, and then the other things will fix themselves as we work from this and work out to getting everything done. And well, no, we got to do this. We got to do this. Boom, boom, boom. I'm only one person. There's no other techs. And then Wednesday they brought in a new mechanic. Yeah, they brought a new mechanic in. And then he's literally said, and he's one of the people that had worked with this guy Timmy before, and he straight up told Timmy exactly what I've been telling him for like the last 4 weeks. And he's like, oh, okay, so Stan was not just trying to do things just his way. It's like, no, I'm just giving you this is like a general freaking thing that will work to help get this all.
The only advice I'll give you, brother, this is the only advice. You're there, it's been what, 3 months?
Shit, I've been there 8 weeks, not even 8 weeks, like 7 weeks.
Keep your head down for at least another
yeah.
months. Keep your head down. Do what you're told. Don't young guys, especially when they have experienced guys working for them. they're in a position. I don't want to say of power, but I want to say, oh, you're Gen X, so you don't care if I say position of power. It doesn't hurt your feelings. All right, they're in a position of power, and you're a subordinate, and they don't like being told what to do by subordinates, especially a younger manager, because the younger manager's already feeling like, you know, like when you talk to him, he's going to feel like he's under attack or something like that. So he's going to take the as a threat.
Yeah, I mean, we had a little call it fall. I'd not say a falling out, but the only quote unquote I'd say not say advantage or the positive point is that the one of the big bosses from corporate that's actually been he's kind of come to the plant where we're at because they're doing a bunch of new machinery, trying to expand the business and, you know, all such stuff. So he's there like 4 out of 5 days a week. And him and the new general manager of the actual plant came up to me in front of this maintenance manager and said, hey, by the way, you've only been here for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and you've pretty much been by yourself other than, you know, a few vendors here that have been in and out. You actually in the last 7 weeks have increased uptime of all the machinery in the plant over twice as much as the percentages it was running at before you got here, with 2 mechanics that have been here for a few years that were, and they said, just being lazy and just getting by, just enough to where people wouldn't complain. He says that you came in and we were running at approximately 65 to 70% capacity, and people were working a lot of overtime and on weekends, and even like bosses were coming in from El Segundo to help run machines because they had to get stuff out. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And they said, but this week you've maintained over 85% for 3 weeks in a row. And they congratulated me in front of the maintenance the maintenance manager. So at least, I mean, I'm getting acknowledged for what I was doing. The new guy that came in, I found out kind of willy-nilly that he was actually brought in to be the lead, to be the guy that's going to be like above me. And I'm like, oh, well, cool. And I asked the guy, I was like, hey, so when were you going to tell me this guy was a lead? He goes, what do you mean? I said, you told somebody else on the floor while I was standing there with you that he was the lead, and you never even told me we were bringing in a lead. I said, that's kind of dickish. And he's like, well, I don't understand why you're upset. Everybody else in the world understood why I was upset. They even came up to me, like the superintendent came up to me and said, hey, are you okay? Because I heard you just found out that they hired a lead and Timmy hadn't told you yet. And I was like, I'll be fine. It wasn't that they brought somebody in. It was that I wasn't told about it, but everybody else were getting introduced to him as the lead. And I didn't even know they were doing it. So it was just a bunch of crap, but it's, you know, whatever. I got a job. I get my 40 hours. I'm getting my 40 to 50 hours a week. And
it pays
I'm getting my pays. You know, if I was making what I was making, if I was making here and I was in Canada, shit, I'd probably own a province.
You don't know what the prices are in Canada, do you?
Well, they're not. Okay, let's put it this way. They're not paying $32 an hour for mechanics in Canada, or else I'd be living in Canada. Or, well, Canadian money, it's what, $32 an hour would be like $4 an hour here.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying, I know it's expensive. Toronto's not a cheap place. Neither is Montreal. I have friends that live in that area.
Nowhere in Canada is cheap anymore. It's the States, you guys, it's cheap. Cincinnati, Ohio, Columbus.
Well, that's because nobody wants to live there except for Top Shelf Dustin.
There's only 2 people. There's only 2 places in the States that's expensive. It's New York, LA. It's like, California, New York. So me and Bourbon, you know, and plus nobody. I mean, if you think about it, does anybody really want to live in Cincinnati besides Top Shelf Dustin? Well, I'd like to move to Wisconsin. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I like beer a lot. I like riding my bike a lot, and over there, I know winter's harsh, but it's not harsh like here. So I know I could ride for at least 9 months of the year instead of like 6.
Yeah.
So be cool.
So what's up? Will Henderson? Hendo, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Richie Z. Hendo, thanks for shouting me out on your Instagram all the time so that I keep up with what you're up to. I appreciate that. And then Richie Z, what's going on, buddy? See, Hendo's been really doing a lot on Instagram picture wise, and he's always shouting me out, so it's really cool. And a lot of people have been doing a lot of shout outs on Instagram to me because I haven't been doing a lot of activity over there, so they've been shouting me out or tagging me so that I know what's going on with them, so I can keep up with everything. But
I get like 3 messages from you a day now on Instagram. I'm like, God damn it, Stanley, enough. I'm like on your mailing list or something. Stanley's like, oh.
Yeah, well, yeah. And Stan made a comment on this person's picture, and then you get I hate that one. Now, if I tag you or I put something new of my own up, like a new picture, then I'm okay. If you send it out, somebody cool. But I get the same thing. I get stuff where like this person you follow made a comment on a picture that you made a comment on. Okay, great. That's awesome for them. You know, do I need to know every comment that everybody makes on everything? No, not really.
No.
So where are we at here? So anybody else want to jump on with me and Swami? We got about 40 minutes before Hot Buttery rolls.
I've got about 5 more minutes. I measured my time on lives by how much beer's left in my body. And then I'm back to GTA 5 because I've been playing that like a crazy person. And in a week, I'm back at work, so I won't be able to play this shit anymore. So,
like I said, freaking, you know, I'm glad when people jump on here to talk to me. It keeps me from just, you know, talking about, you know, getting in my own head and stuff like that. And then like I said,
you know, I love you.
Yeah,
I got love for you, Stanley. I'm always going to say hi.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to go ahead and pour next. If I want to open a new bottle or hit something old or something that I've opened up recently.
I'm going to buy a new air conditioner tomorrow. I'm excited. I want to get a 12,000 BTU motherfucker, big beast, big bad beast of a motherfucker for this office. I have a 5,000 right now in this office, and it does nothing. Did it get all the way up? Did it get all the way up to 68 degrees, and now you're sweating? So now you got to put that. Dude, right now it's 33 degrees today, so I think that's like about 75, 80 American. Pretty fucking hot. But the difference is you guys don't have what we have on the West Coast. You guys I've been to California. Your fucking heat is a nice, solid, dry-ish heat. Where come down to Quebec on the East Coast or Boston or New York, and they'll tell you what our fucking heat is. Our heat isn't like you guys. Our heat is sweaty, gross, clothing sticking to you, nastiness of like just sweat and like water because it's just humid as fuck all the goddamn time. So it's just gross. You need air conditioners to remove the humidity.
I was stationed in Florida for a little while, and that was the thing that was weird. It's like, oh wait, it's 80 degrees outside. You take 3 steps out the door and then turn around and walk back in, take a shower and put on a new set of clothes and wait until the TV weatherman told you that the humidity was down enough to get to your car.
Well, we're always around 45% humidity in the air, and that's like on an average day. And in the winter, we're talking 55, 60% humidity. So when we have cold winter days, it's not only cold, it's like you can bundle up like crazy, but it gets inside you and goes through your bones and just like chills you to death because we're humid like all the fucking time. That's the shit about this problem. I can't stand humidity. That's one thing I've been telling my wife. I want to move to like more of the western, center west part of the country, and not Canada, like the United States. We're looking maybe when I retire to move out somewhere around there. Maybe New Mexico. Maybe Arizona, maybe Wisconsin, maybe Oregon, something like that. I want to get to the west.
Well, just remember to tell me ahead of time because if I'm still alive, I got to make sure I'm headed to the east. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, awesome.
Yeah. So so next weekend's the debauchery. The debauchery crew next weekend is so Shane Long. There's a group of people going to Georgia to meet up with Shane Long. Some of them are in the chat tonight. Mike Stahl, Bourbon. Trying to think who else is going. But Bobby from Bourbon Battalion. I don't.
How many Bobbies are there? Why are Americans so unoriginal in giving names? They're Bob, Bobby, Bob, Bob. It's like 1,000 Bobs.
You know what? Truthfully, I don't even know what your first name is. I just know that you're Swami.
Giovanni.
Oh, Giovanni. Okay.
Mm.
But that's right, because you're like that. You're the Jewish Italian guy.
Yeah. Only a few people. Well, now everybody knows it. But whatever. I stopped hiding it a while ago. Well, you've seen my fucking. If you have my Instagram or my Facebook, you see Swami Giovanni Swab. Oh, hard to tell. I just don't like my name. I hate my name. I've always hated my name.
I wouldn't hate your name. I mean, it's freaking different. I mean, I got named Stan. You know, it's what's crazy to me is like.
Stanley's so old. Like you're so young to have a name like Stanley. It's like calling someone Barb.
or
Matilda.
Marge.
Yeah, Marge, Matilda, Olivia.
Simon Delvecchia. I mean,
yeah. It's such a boomer name, Stanley.
But my dad's name is Stanley, and then I'm Stanley, and then I was like, I'm never going to name my kid Stanley. I named my kid Ashton. Yeah. And it was like, because nobody had the name Ashton. It was before Ashton. I mean, Ashton Kutcher was probably like 6.
Yeah,
but
Ashton Kutcher was not Ashton Kutcher yet, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, right. So I named him. My best friend at the time, his name was Ashley. He's a guy from Alabama, and I was trying to name him Ashley, and my wife at the time was like, "No, you got to come up with something different." So I was like, "Nope, it's gonna be Ashley. You can pick the middle name." She's like, "Yeah, but you know that your family wants Edward because it's a family name, first son of the first son." I'm like, "Oh darn, I forgot about that."
Shanks.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I forgot about that." And then when he was born, she decided his name was Ashton. I was like, "Okay, cool." It's still not a lot of. I've never seen a lot of people with that name, and now there's like freaking. Everybody's got like Nat Ashton or freaking some preppy freaking should be wearing penny loafers name and shit. But. So yeah, there's a bunch of people going down to Shane Long's house. There's about 7 or 8 people.
Even the people that know my name still call me Swami. Like that's the point. Even my wife occasionally calls me Swami, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Klein is going too. Yeah. So I guess Hendo just found out about it because he's like, "What?" Because Hendo lives down there by Shane. So I
might be coming
not
down
too far.
Stateside. I might be coming down stateside in October. I'm going to Florida probably. There's a Biketoberfest in Tampa. I might be heading down.
Yeah.
I've been invited by a bunch of the motovlogger community over there. They're all like, "Stay at my place." Me and my wife, if my wife comes with me, we're not staying at anybody's place. We're getting a hotel for sure. People are inviting us to couch surf. I'm like, I'm not couch surfing. I'm 43 years old. I don't couch surf. I get a hotel. All right. And I watch HBO and I get air conditioning and I don't have to deal with someone sleeping in the room next to me. I don't want to follow anyone's rules when I'm sleeping over,
Marty from Whiskey Knows. I don't know if you know Marty. He says, "Cheers, 2 wheels down."
Cheers. So, I live in Montreal. If someone asks where I'm living, I live in Montreal. I live in Quebec.
Yeah, he's just anybody that doesn't know who this is. This is Swami. This was Swami Suave. Now he is 2 wheels down, Swami.
I used to be malted in Montreal back in
malted in Montreal. Yeah, that's how I ended up knowing who he was initially, and then luckily for me, he jumped on a live one day, and now he still does it.
Yeah.
But this is my counterpoint to everybody else's point. When somebody has a point, he's the counterpoint.
I almost named my channel, by the way. Little quick story. When I first started my whiskey channel, I was going to name it Whiskey Nose, but N-O-S-E, because
yeah. Why? Because of that nice Italian schnoz you got?
Yeah, massive fucking crooked. I'm not going to use the term. Oh, I don't want YouTube to give you a strike.
They're not. They don't watch my shit anyway. But no, if they haven't freaking struck freaking Livewire whiskey yet, then I can do no wrong because Livewire whiskey's been they got these Friday streams they've had the last few weeks where there's been some serious like bottle chugging and passing out and falling asleep in chairs and
Oh, we all did that.
oh no, this is like this turns into like a freaking frat. If you watched last night, I didn't watch the whole thing because I had to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I just watched a little bit, but it's basically it's the whiskey tube frat is what Livewire whiskey is, and it's basically a.
You guys don't remember when Bubba and the Beard were around? We used to fucking get wasted as shit every single Saturday night with them. Like we used to do the Whiskey SNL, and just Bubba and the Beard were just like complete alcoholics, and we get shit faced with them like every Saturday. It would start at like 9 and it would end at like 4 in the morning. Well, you guys do that shit now a lot, but then Bubba's wife got really, really upset and forced him to stop the channel. And it was over. But we used to have fun. And Beard now lives in Alaska.
The Shits and Stall, the Livewire whiskey, it's like I said, it's like right now it's like the YouTube frat on Friday nights, and Stall is the frat mom. Or he's that guy that never graduated from college but is at the frat still. That's
Wasn't that what Dan and Sean are doing? Pretty much is the frat thingy.
Yeah,
Isn't that technically the same thing?
I wouldn't say it's kind of sort of, but these are like, I mean, this is just a bunch of guys like literally like because they couldn't get together in a bar because they don't live close enough. They pretty much just come on, talk about whiskey, talk about life, kind of like what we're doing right here, but 10 people at a time. Then they get into what are you drinking? They start talking shit. Then it turns into bottle chugs. Then it turns into the top of people's heads as they're falling forward and falling asleep on their keyboards and falling asleep in their chairs, deep throating. I mean, I'm not saying that this has happened, but I've heard deep throating bottles.
Pretty much the thing that Jeremy made the video about. All right, doing porn from high altitude shots. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just like bottle chugs. Yeah, they've been on this bottle chug kick, but it's.
Listen, if it entertains people and people like watching it, there's no problem with it.
Oh no, it's a lot. I mean, they're just having it's having fun and just giving. I'm trying to give Stahl a bunch of shit because he gives me a ration of shit. He's like Swami. He's working his way up to Swami giving me shit levels. So
I'm officially giving my crown to Jeremy. I told Jeremy is the official new troll of the Whiskey Tube because he does it so much better and sneakier than I did. Jeremy Super Social Club is the king of trolling now.
No, he doesn't watch. He doesn't watch my stuff, so I don't. He's not troll. He doesn't troll me. So
yeah, he only trolls the big guys.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's good. He's fucking like his cuts are deep when he does it. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, Richie was just saying in the ladies of Whiskey Tube on there too, like Michelle Davalar. Last night it was Adriana came on, was on the live, was like, I'm gonna have one drink with you guys, then I'm off, and then 2 or 3 hours later she's still on there with all of them just having a good old time, and I went to sleep and she was still there when I went to sleep. Michelle, Sherry G, some of the group people from Women of Whiskeys.
I only know Michelle. I don't know any of the other ones. I know Michelle. She's subscribed to me on my Instagram. That's how I know her. But the rest of them, I don't know.
Yeah. So Sherry G.
I'm going to be honest. Even when it comes to motovlogging, I don't follow anyone that uses the term female or woman in their title. I only follow people that are people. I don't follow groups. I won't follow people saying the Asian community of whiskey or the women's community of whiskey. I won't follow any groups. I'm against segregation of all kinds. We're all people and we're all scumbags, and that's why I follow people.
Right. So but like Michelle has the channel. Well, the women of whiskeys, but then Adriana, she's Whiskey Mountains is what her channel is. But and then Sherry G is just SG Flying High. She's like been in the chats forever. But Sherry G, she's part of the group and stuff like that. And we're it's just it's cool to see a lot of these people that you never saw their faces, but now you're starting to see their faces. They're starting to come out a little bit more. And even like some people, we've opened Stall kind of started pushing this. Stall and shit started pushing this thing where when they get an open spot, because like I can have up to 10 people, myself and 9 other people, or myself and 9 other people, myself and 10 other people. Once they get to that point, then he shuffles out people as other people want to come on. So like he goes through an order, says, okay, well, this was the person that got shuffled out last time, move down to the next person, tells them, hey, I'm getting ready I'm going to shuffle you out for a few minutes and leave you in the background. We'll bring you back in a minute or whatever. But he starts shuffling people through, and it's really, it's cool and everything else, because he tells everybody, if you just want to turn on your mic and not turn on your camera, turn on your mic. Don't turn on your camera if you don't want people to see. If you're a little bit shy, but you're willing to talk to us live, jump on, leave up that little freaking icon thing on there. Talk to us. We'll talk to you. It's not that big deal. YPC, Young Pei Chang. I still haven't seen what he looks like, because when he does his video, he has the camera facing the bottles that he's drinking, and then he talks. And you never see his face. It's not that big, it's not a big deal. So
it's like me. I've known Richie for 6 years, and the only reason why I know what he looks like is because of his Instagram. He's never been on.
It's the same. I've known him for this is now a year and a half, and the only reason I know what he looks like is because I looked at I saw him on Instagram, and I asked him if he was the former original lead guitarist for Death Angel, because he looks just like him.
I've also told him, I said, I think those people are really old, and I think he has a comb over and probably looks like fucking Bill Murray from Kingston. He looks like Chinese Bill Murray.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But he did, if that's still his hair now, he's got probably the most epic hair in all of whiskey too. Even though he doesn't whiskey dude. But
hello, Michelle Lynn. Hello, William Davilar. If you guys came on, I have your stuff. I just haven't, it's been interesting. I will get all your stuff out to you guys. The plan got changed when I got in that car wreck last week, and I'm trying to catch back up with everything right now.
What?
Yeah, I got, somebody decided to be an asshole. I was doing God's work and doing hand deliveries, and, I was on my way to do a hand delivery to JD Bourbon Approach for JD Bourbon Approach, because he's in Slovakia. I was meeting up with his wife so that she could ship it through his work or whatever, get him the bottles that people have been sending to him. And I was on my way there, and some jerk off decided that he needed to be in the lane that I was in. And when I tapped my brakes, he almost hit me. I honked the horn to say, hey, dude, you almost hit me. He flipped me off and then brake checked me on an off ramp. And I had a choice of going down the embankment, hitting the back of him and getting smashed by the large truck that was right behind me, or try to get into the next lane over. Went into the next lane over, got sideswiped, and got my car smashed. It was still drivable. I drove it for like 3 or 4 days till the insurance company finally got everything set up. Went to the collision center, dropped it off. They called me like the next day and said, hey, it looks like it's not as bad as we thought it might be to begin with, and it'll be done. The timeline from the shop is 30 days, but we think it'll be done before then. And it wasn't that the door was the damage. They got to replace a door and a fender. And then paint it.
As a motorcyclist, that's why I always carry a bunch of quarters in my pocket, and I always got my switchblade. So if you brake check me and think because I'm on a bike nothing's gonna happen, first I'm gonna fucking kick your goddamn rearview mirror off. Second, I'm gonna fucking whip a bunch of quarters at your windshield and hopefully crack it. Fucking I'm driving. Don't brake check a fucking motorcycle rider. We're all in the community. We all carry fucking fair change on us. Not for fucking parking meters. It's to whip at your goddamn cars.
So that happened, but I ended up getting, my car still could drive. The door wouldn't open, but I could still drive it and everything else. So I went ahead and completed what I was doing, completed everything else that I was doing for that day. And when I got home, I realized that I was shaking uncontrollably, and I decided it was time to lay down and close my eyes and try to calm the hell down. And I went to sleep for a while, contacted Stall, told them I was not going live last Saturday. I couldn't do it. I wasn't up to it. They took care of it. I jumped on for maybe a couple minutes. And then I went to bed. I didn't even watch Hot Buttery Rolls. I went to bed and then tried to jump back on with Cheech for a little bit. But
does Mark do the Frank the Tank though? Does he do it? Does he go?
Mark who?
Mark Stahl there. You're saying
Mike Stahl?
Yeah, you're saying he's Frank the Tank. Did he do this?
No, he didn't do. I haven't seen him do Frank the Tank, but I'm sure that he will.
Frank the Tank, though, that's how
okay. So it occurred to me that Stanley referred to me as Frank the Tank. No, I referred to you as the frat mom. See, there's a difference. But I also said it was the same. He was the guy that was still at college for more than the original 4 years. That's still in the frat. That I could have called you Blutarski. Yeah, I could have called you Blutarski. Would you like that more? Now, if anybody doesn't know what that reference is, then you're way too young to be in this chat with the rest of us.
You're my boy, Blue.
No, Blutarski, Bluto.
Oh, you're talking about
Animal House.
Yeah,
Animal House.
I wasn't a fan of Animal House. I'm not gonna lie, didn't really care for it.
No, I completely understand why people don't like Animal House. It was because of it was a no when I was
it has nothing to do with no or political crap. No, I just don't like.
Oh no! What I'm saying is, it was that one. Like, okay, so when
the rape scene or whatever, because wearing a mask and the boyfriend and. Yeah.
But Animal House came out when I was like really, really young, and it was one of those movies that mom and dad were not going to let you watch that movie. There's no way, so you snuck out to watch it. So it has one of those. It's kind of like sneaking out when they used to have what's called on. Anybody that's old enough knows what on TV was. It was the first version of like cable TV, but it was an antenna you put on your top of your house, and you did a pay service that they sent movies over and stuff like that, but it also had adult channels. And then you had a scrambler and all this other stuff. And you would, when you're like 12, 13 years old, you're watching these scrambled things looking for a boob, those type of things before Skinamax and all that stuff. So it was I
always thought out of Animal House, I preferred Nerds was the one.
Oh yeah, I like Nerds more than
I was like Nerds. Nerds 2 when they go to Miami was my favorite. Like when they have to go to the competition in Miami, which when they go to the island, they smoke weed, and then what's his name? The big guy joins the Nerds, and he's like, nerds, but he goes like, "What if cat was spelled D-O-G?" I thought that everyone was doing that. I thought it's hilarious.
So yeah, I'm trying to follow what these guys are up to. It's like, Mike Stahl, the comb over comment by Swami kills me. Richie Z was saying that your comb over comment makes him freaking laugh.
I told him, I said, I bet you're him. Because all those pictures look like old 1990s glamour shots. All you need is to have like the flying V guitar in them and like, don't know what you got till it's gone. With that fucking fan going off in the back.
So yeah, I'm hoping that that at the end of summer I'll have like a few days of vacation so I can actually like take and go somewhere meet up with some people, like even if it's like August or September, just something to where I can go somewhere and meet up with some people for a few days and have a little fun drinking some beer, drinking some whiskey in person.
Booger sucked. He was like the one nerd I didn't like because I didn't get his character. I was like, he wasn't really a nerd. He was like a dumb guy that picked his nose and had zits. But like he wasn't like smart. Like the other guys were like all smart nerds. Him, the other one that wasn't like a nerd was like the gay guy. Like I was like, I didn't get the point of the gay guy and I didn't get the point of Booger. I got the rest of them, but those two weren't like nerds. Like nerds are just supposed to be like intelligent, geeky people. But like Booger was just like a gross dude. Like he wasn't a nerd. He was like the guy that he was like the guy in your class that smelled bad. That smelled like beef stew all the time and shit. That was like Booger.
The guy who smelled like the guy whose nickname was Dinty Moore. Is that what you're saying? And he could never figure out why people called him Dinty.
Dude, we had a guy in my class. We had a guy, I'm not kidding, you will laugh your ass off. Do you know what his name was? Like, in elementary school, he got murdered. Like, not murdered, like, literally, like, killed, but just murdered by being, like, insulted, like, and made fun of, like, all the time because of his name. His name was Egley Bagleton.
Bullshit. That's not a real name.
I swear to God, his name was Egley Bagleton. And everyone just called him Breakfast Boy all the time and shit. We'd prank call his house and be like, "Did you have breakfast yet? Anything? Tell your parents to make your breakfast." That's amazing.
Oh man. So, but you know, like I said, I'm glad that you came on. I know you're getting to the bottom of that beer of yours.
I've already done that beer. Just saying, can you leave?
Can I read?
No, you're like, can you leave?
No. I'm just. I thought you still had some beer because you said that once you were done with that beer, you were out of here. So
no, I'm gone. No, it's staring right at me. I'm like, I want to go.
Hey man, do what you do, man. It's almost the end. I mean, yeah, it's only like 10 minutes till anyway. So do what you do, man. Hey, thanks a lot, DC. I appreciate that. I'm back. I'm trying to get back to making sure I do my two lives, and then I'm gonna get back to doing some regular videos. I think tomorrow, because of what I'm involved in with Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, that you're working with your brother. You're working with your brother on the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Yeah. So check this out. So he's been working his ass off for a year for this one since the last one, and he officially hit 100 people for the ride today. So there's going to be 100 people showing up tomorrow for the ride. 100 bikes. Now, people-wise, it's probably going to be around 130 because the bike is what the... Did your brother go to Texas for the Get On Moto Fest this weekend? No. He's doing his... We're doing his GGR ride tomorrow. For the Inland Empire, Southern California, and so he got people who he went out and said, "Hey, can we get to different companies donations for prizes?" Mm-hmm. And he has literally almost 100 giveaway prizes. Nice. Senna. He's sponsored by Liquid Death. You're sponsored by Liquid Death too, aren't you? No, I'm sponsored by Dirtbag, but I'm going to be trying to get sponsored. I'm in talks. Depends how it goes. I'll just tell you, you guys aren't in the motorblock game anyways, but you might know. MFG First is looking to sponsor my channel. Yeah, they're LA, right? They do all the leather jackets and all the leather vests and all the high premium leather, customized leather equipment for motorcyclists. They like my channel. They want to sponsor my live stream. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to have them on yet because I've got some demands that I want met before, but they want to sponsor my channel. Yeah. And then he had a couple different helmet companies that wanted to sponsor, but he had already had one. I can't remember who it is. They gave him like 3 helmets to give away, and K&N. He went to K&N and said, "Hey, would you be willing to give up a bottle of the filter oil and a filter set for a motorcycle filter set?" And they're like, "Yeah, come by and come pick some. We'll give you a couple." So he went over there and go, "Here's your 2 sets. Oh, and by the way, here's a bunch of swag that you can give away. Oh, and by the way, what we're going to do is we're also going to put up for a giveaway a K&N intake, car or truck, anything in our catalog." So he's like, "Okay, cool." So like these larger companies, he can't be, DGR will not, is Triumph is the major sponsor of DGR. And so you can't have a Honda sponsorship and then Triumph dealerships will not sponsor a DGR because Triumph as a company is the head sponsor, is the lead sponsor. So he went out and just beat feet and got a bunch of motorcycle sponsors. Senna, like I said, put in radio kits, all kinds of other stuff. It should be fun. It ends up in Oak Glen, which is apple country out here, where they go out and pick apples during apple season. And they got like this tavern up there.
I can tell you, man, from dealing with the motovlog community and just the motovlog industry, they are really, it's incredible, like how fucking charitable they are. It's ridiculous. I know since I've been doing this stuff that 3 channels have raised something like over $500,000 just in the past month for Forgotten Angel charities, for like a bunch of these, like the motovlog community is insanely protective over children. Like it's like I've never seen a community that's more protective over like orphans and battered kids and shit. Like just the money that gets raised for that stuff. Like they're a very anti-bullying community for a community that's supposed to be full of bad people. Yeah. And I say that in quotes because they're not bad people. But,
no, the only people that are bad are the ones that ride Harleys. Those guys are dicks.
No, they're cool too. I've been getting to know them a lot more. I'm a cow guy, but they're chill fuckers, man. The Harley people. I make fun of their shit. It's like
I know. I have friends that'll watch. They don't watch my lives, but they watch them later.
Yeah.
I make a Harley every time I make a comment about a motorcycle. If I say anything bad about a Harley, I get a ration of shit from them. So I always say something bad about a Harley.
Well, in the community, I keep on telling them my next bike is an Indian Springfield for sure. That's what I want. And they're all like, "Oh, so you're gonna get a photocopied Road King?" And I was like, "Go fuck yourself, man. The Springfield is like so much of a better bike than a Road King. I don't care what anyone says." But
yeah, but
and Road King.
Yeah, so.
All right, bro. I'm gonna let you continue your show.
Right.
Have fun. Have a good night. Nice seeing you again. Glad you're in good shape. And like I said at work, man, until you hit at least your 6 months, keep your fucking head down. Just do your job. Go in, keep doing a good job, and eventually maybe they'll even let go of your manager that you don't like, and they'll replace him with you if you keep performing. But don't get under his skin, because right now he does have the power to fucking
I understand.
Fire you, maybe not outright fire you, but start putting that idea into their heads to get rid of you.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you.
No problem.
Have a good night. All right, everybody. Sorry, the cookies were sitting there. I had no choice. It's like a requirement by law that if there's a chocolate chip cookie within 3 feet, you're required to at least eat one, maybe 2. So now we're talking about stouts, huh? I'm not a beer person. The extent of my beer persona is Pacificos, Leinenkugel freaking summer shandies, a good blue moon, a good blue moon tap. I don't really, for some reason, I don't like a blue moon out of a can or a bottle as much as the tap, which, I mean, I guess it's a normal thing. So the people that are in here, if you're not already subscribed, I pretty much think everybody in here would probably be subscribed to them. But I want to thank Adam Priest, Mr. Whiskey Shits, for. Oh wait, and then there's a guy that does a show with them. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I know the channel's Livewire Whiskey. I know that it's Adam's channel. He just has this guy on that's kind of just like helps him out every once in a while, tries to work on some graphics. I don't remember what his name is, but it's a really good channel. They do a lot of lives. They took over for me Wednesday night, the last 2 weeks. I'm back next Wednesday night, but I hope that Adam's willing to come on for a little while, and then he can go ahead, and if his partner, because they did this, this solid for me, maybe I'll have his partner. I think his name is Mark or Mick or something like Mick Stool or something like that. But whatever his name is, he did me a solid by helping Adam with the last couple weeks on Adam's channel, and and so I want them to come on this next Wednesday with me, because now I think that Wednesday, if they're wanting to do so, I think that that it should be the three of us, as much as possible, as much as they want to do it. If they think I'm dragging him, if I'm dragging down Adam's channels, I think it's called Livewire Whiskey, by the way. If I'm dragging down Adam's channel, then they can tell me to go F myself. But yeah, I think that Wednesday, I think that people like seeing them. I think that I appreciate the fact that they were willing to step in for me. Not only the last 2 Wednesdays, but on Saturday of last week too, when I wasn't going live. That they're willing to them. And I mean, Marty also volunteered, Whiskey Knows. So please, Marty, don't think that I didn't appreciate your offering. It's just that Stahl, that's his name, Stahl. I had to remember what happens when you pop the clutch too early. So Marco Stahl or Mick Stahl or whatever his name is. They had already covered me one time, and we had discussed that if I couldn't do something, that if they could, they would be the first ones I'd reach out to. So, but I know that Marty, you're willing to also do the same thing. So I appreciate that. And I also appreciate the fact that you went ahead and came on earlier while you're doing family time, just to say how much that I was doing a good job, even though I'm crap. I've turned to crap over the last few weeks. I got to get back to doing what I do. So I left this banner up the whole time and didn't even think about it. And I didn't throw up. What was the other thing I needed to? It might be nice to throw up. Well, no, I'll have to put that back up again. But if you want to help out the channel at all, you can go back and look at the about section of the channel, and you got my my PayPal, my Venmo, and my affiliate link for Dirtbag. So go to Dirtbag, check it out, grab a hat, grab a shirt, grab a sticker set, whatever. Every little bit helps channel out. Still got to pay $49 every month or $50 every month for StreamYard, even though nobody wants to come on. I think I'm going to cry after this. Actually, I might start crying before the end of it. But I do appreciate everybody being here. I'm glad that everybody was here. I'm glad that 10 people are still here. Time to jump over to Hot Buttery Rolls in about 1 minute. So, like I said, I appreciate the Livewire Whiskey Shits and Stool. They're great. I'll see everybody possibly on Cheech tonight. Don't know for sure because I got to be up very early in the morning to do this this solid for my brother. I am over 200 subs. I think that. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. Dumbass me pushed the wrong button. If you guys are still here, let me go ahead and finish this out. Yeah, I think I'm over to. I'm pretty sure I got over 200 the other day. Hopefully, if people are here, if they not, they'll see it later. But yeah, any kind of help will anything will help. Still, got to make sure I save as much money outside of the any donations or whatever for the channel. Make sure everything's going to the channel because I got a deductible of $1,000 I got to save up for. So, yeah. So if you want to help out the channel, cool. If not, understandable. People got bills. People got things that they're all also supporting. So yeah. So it's good to see everybody. I'm glad that you're here, and I will see you over in the chat on Hot Buttery Rolls. I don't believe he's going to allow anybody on tonight, or he hasn't said anything to me about me coming on or anything like that. So probably isn't going to happen. I'll be lurking while I'm working on stuff, and love every single one of you. Glad that you were here, and as always, I'll see you on the other side, guys. Good night.